Hey guys, this is Alpha. I haven't done a video for a while, but I have something really cool I wanted to show you guys. I have some more tactical tips, being grounded, things like that, so I couldn't do anything. And I thought Modern Warfare would be a good visual learning experience. Let me zoom in here. I'm gonna put this here. And I hope that you guys can enjoy this enough to watch the whole thing. Okay, so if you play Modern Warfare 2 at all, you know the map Terminal. This is where I'm at. But that doesn't really matter. I'm going to show you a couple places that I can really show you some really cool stuff on here. And why these places are so cool. First of all, the military has this explanation of what happens in a doorway. They call it the fatal funnel. The reason why they call this is because anybody wanting to go in or out of a room has to go through here. And they usually can't see through walls. In this instance, they can. But in normal situations, you won't have a glass wall in a room. So the first thing, is the fatal funnel. Now, when you are when you're clearing a room, the first thing that you should do, if you know that there's an enemy in there, is throw a flash or concussion if you have one, and then throw a grenade if you get a hit by that. If not, then whatever. Don't use a grenade. You first want to pie the wall. What this is, if you're by yourself, pieing the wall is getting a safe distance away from the door. That way that it makes little sections in the room that you can attack at one time. This is pieing the wall because it slices it like a pie. Once you've done this, you want to check areas of the room that you can't see from the doorway. This is critical because anybody can be hiding in the area of domination in the room. Area of domination is where you can see all enemy avenues of entrance and escape, and you can deflect as many enemies as possible. This is what I call the area of domination for this room, just because you can see anybody coming through here or through there, or anybody that tries to shoot through there. But some people have different ways of looking at that. Another spot on here that is easy to explain, kind of like the fatal funnel or the area of domination, is this airplane. The fatal funnel doesn't have to be a doorway. It basically is any area, tunnel, anything like that, where there's no cover per se. You can't get behind anything. These seats you can shoot through, so they're not very good cover. But yeah, as I said, you want to pie. Like in this instance, you can't pie the plane that easy. So what do? You pie as much as you can, and then apply what flashes you can. As soon as that goes off, or maybe even a little before, you want to check down here. That way you have a little bit of time, while if anybody's in there, that they're dazed. If you have any detection of anybody being in here, like voices, sounds, stuff like that, in real life or on the video game, you might see them through the wall or something, like something sticking out. Then after you check that way, fire into the wall. For most cases, that walls are very thin, and a lot of times bullets will go through them. I like this as the fatal funnel because if you play this, you see people stay here and back there on the plane, just because you can see all enemy avenues of approach, that doorway, that doorway, that doorway, or that stairway, I guess. And it's hard for them to attack somebody that's across the plane or right behind them, unless they check for it first. Most people don't. Most people that are untrained, or maybe even some people watching this, wouldn't have thought of it. But if you play games for any amount of time, then you probably know to check. What you can do if you're staying here is try to hunker down in one side. That way when they're checking, like get into a dark corner or something, if you have dark clothes on. That way when they're checking, they'll see you a lot less fast. Because the eye detects light and movement, mostly, as things that stick out. So if you're in a dark corner of a room and you're not moving, it'll take more time for them to see you, which gives you enough time to pop a couple rounds. Yeah, that's basically a little urban tactic. Another thing is when you're out in this kind of big, I like to call them dead zones. You're out in the middle of everything. There's multiple doorways and stuff, kind of like in the middle of everything. You want to try to stay as invisible as possible. The creators of this map did a very good job of that, see, because if you stay around the edge of this map, you can stay behind cover there, get to cover here, move up to here, you know. You can find ways to hide, and, well, not hide, but get to cover. Any cover that you can get, it is highly recommended. You might not have as good a shot, but the enemy has a less likely chance of hitting you. Obviously, because if you're standing a place like here, and there's somebody there, then your whole body is exposed. But you get behind here, that's a 90% chance that they will